What?
Damn boy, you ready for this?
Let's get it one time, yo. Season 2 right now.
Damn boy, you not ready for this. Damn boy, you not ready for this.
Can we just get it right now?
Damn boy, you not ready for this.
They ain't ready now.
Yo, what is going on? It's the season 3 premiere! God, man. I am so excited to be back, y'all. I missed y'all. I missed doing the show. I know it seems like it was only one week, and it was, but, you know, it just feels weird when I don't, you know what I'm saying? It just feels a little weird. So, hold on, we got to make sure. There we go. Okay, I got to come over here. But, yeah, so I'm excited to be back. I'm really happy to be here. I'm in really good spirits. So let's start season 3. You ready, Rich Meats?
Oh, man. We ready, yo.
We ready. We back.
You know
Period. Period. All right, y'all. Welcome and welcome back to Modern Day Bay with Elle, the only show on tag navigating the modern way to being Bay. Hello. And I'm your hostess. My name's Elle the Drug. And tonight we are broadcasting the season 3 premiere of Modern Day Bay. This is a weekly show occurring every Tuesday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hello. And it is brought to you by the one and only Scoutz. Stop playing with us, okay? So let's get into some announcements. So for those of you that don't know, I do have weekly content other than this show, okay? It's all on my Instagram. I post it weekly. I also have it in my bio. So make sure y'all tap in and check it out, okay? But on this Thursday, I do something called Reels and Rosé, which is a midday movie with a little you drink or something, you know what I'm saying? It's at 1 o'clock on Thursdays, Eastern Standard Time. And this week we are watching Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So if you are a Harry Potter buff, this was my streams I did, y'all. It wasn't mine. But if you're a Harry Potter buff, this is the week to tap in, okay? So make sure y'all do that. Also, I have new content. We have new content. It's called His or Hers with Casper and Elle every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're doing it in my live this month. However, you bring your problems. You bring your problems. We bring your solutions. And y'all decide, you and the comments decide whose advice is better, his being Casper's or hers being mine. And always go with the latter. We just won't leave it at that, okay? He was trying to talk about some rules of engagement. I don't know what, listen, y'all can figure that out on Sunday. But yeah, just tap in, okay? There's also a lot of other great content and creators that do shows every week on the app on Mondays. Of course, Top Badge Banks has Manifesting with Banks. That's at noon. On Mondays as well, there's Geek Out with Casper at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Tuesdays, we have the Tuesday night lineup. Shout out to Queen K. We got Rex's Executive Chef Wars at 7 p.m. We got Mike Presents Punchlines at 8 p.m. We got Rello Presents Hot Topics at 9 p.m. And of course, this is it with Miss Queen K at 10 p.m. Okay, make sure y'all tap in, okay? On Wednesdays, my girl 2 Cents does a new game show. It's called Let's Link. It's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. It's an amazing show. Make sure y'all tap in for that, okay? And then also on Wednesdays, we have Adult Talk with Mo Sexy to You. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure y'all tap into that, okay? Y'all can catch me in these shows every week, period. On Thursdays, my girl Susie B does bingo at 7 p.m. Eastern, all right? On Friday, The Brighter Side with Lo at 11 a.m. Eastern. And the first Friday of every month, my girl 2 Cents does karaoke at 9 p.m. So make sure y'all tap in for that. Also, there is an upcoming auction. My girl Susie B, Grimlets and Goblins Halloween auction. It is on Sunday, 10/22. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern. Sign-ups are open, and tomorrow is the last day, and there's 2 slots. Period. So make sure y'all tap in with her, because this is all we got. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. So make sure y'all tap in. You see her right there with that silver crown looking so pretty. Hello. All right, y'all. And I actually wanted to do something a little bit different for season 3. So I actually added in a small little segment called Elle's Show of the Week. It's when I pick a show that utilizes the calendar, you know, the little calendar in the top corner on the home screen of your live. When you tap that and you see all the shows, I actually go and I look at those. I look and I see what's coming up. I see what's going on, and I try to tap in with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this week, there's a show called You Are Enough. It is hosted by Real Sister and her co-host GQ Blue Phoenix every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure y'all check that out, okay? It's a good show. I really enjoyed it. So make sure y'all check that out, okay? And don't forget to check that calendar and put your content on there so that maybe I can come see your show. Hello? All right. So a few more things. If you're interested in sponsoring an episode, say you're new to the app or not, you just want some promotion opportunity, make sure you tap in with me. My Instagram is linked to my bio. So make sure you tap in for that, okay? We can talk about some sponsorship packages. Also, Modern Day Bay is available for playback on YouTube. So make sure that y'all tap in on there as well. Look at Carmen. Hi, Top Patch Carmen. All right, while we still have the pleasure, do me a favor and fave up my DJ Rich Beats. He is leaving us for now, but he'll be back to wrap up the show.
Boy, you know ready for this.
Yeah.
We love Rich Beats. He brings that energy, and we appreciate it every time. I do want to take a quick second, not a quick second. I do want to take a moment to do something that I've never had to do on the show before. It's a little bit heart-wrenching, right? But it's necessary. So before we move into the co-host segment, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge a fellow Scout, a dear friend, and a genuine spirit who recently transitioned into a happier and healthier place. Teddy was a bright light. He left big shoes to fill, and they're hard to fill because he always found a way to shine. Um, so I thought it would be appropriate to light a candle in his memory on the show and dedicate it to him and just let him know that we love him and we miss him. I personally would like to thank Teddy for always leading with kindness, fearlessness, and love. And that is something that I will hold on to as we continue to remember him and celebrate his life. So we love you, Teddy. Thank you for sharing your amazingness with us. And we miss you. To Teddy. All right, y'all. So if you are just tuning in, welcome to Modern Day Bay with Elle. This is a weekly show we do every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the only show on Tag navigating the modern way to being Bay through self-love and healthy relationships. I am your hostess. My name is Elle, and Modern Day Bay is brought to you by the Scoutz. All right, y'all. So I am extremely excited because this is the premiere, but I'm excited for tonight's guest. Okay, so the show is incredible. Wow, I have my guest co-host request the box. Let's get into tonight's topic. Okay, y'all know I post this on my Instagram every single week. But tonight's topic is, how do you maintain a healthy relationship with yourself while dating? So most of us are guilty of losing parts of ourselves somewhere along the way in a relationship, right? It can happen to anyone, regardless of how independent or confident you are. Losing yourself in a relationship means that your attention is so focused on that relationship that you don't know who you are anymore in it. You've lost your sense of self, your identity, and your life doesn't feel completely your own anymore. In some instances, you not only forget who you are, but you may become someone else. So maintaining that relationship with yourself can be very challenging, but very important while dating. Tonight, we are going to get into all of that. I'm excited. I'm going to bring up my guest co-host first, and then we're going to bring up some of the new members of the Boss Bay panel for tonight's open forum discussion. I cannot wait. Hello. So what I'm going to need y'all to do, okay, I know sweet looks. Not y'all ready. Not y'all ready. Let me see them. I want to see go crazy. Go crazy. I need the strawberry to go crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So I'm going to bring up my co-hostette. And y'all, if you have never, ever seen her, this is the Jasmine Sullivan of Tag, y'all, okay? I got her on the show, y'all. Please make my guest co-host Strawberry feel welcome, y'all. I appreciate that. How you doing, lovely?
I'm good. good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you decided to do this and be here and share your insight with us. Thank you for being here. Um,
Yes.
so we have a little, we'll do a little intro, get a good couple questions about Skraw, and then we'll get into tonight's topic, okay?
Okay.
All right, my dear. So tell the people, first of all, I want you to introduce yourself, tell the people who you are and what they can expect in your stream.
Okay. Hey y'all, my name is Skraw, formerly known as Tina. I used to sing all over this app. I don't sing too much now, unless y'all talking prices. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. But I don't be around as much as I was. I'm more of just a streamer now. I like to just talk to y'all and engage, interact. Y'all hit me up. I stream sporadically. I'm normally in the mornings and the evenings when I'm working during the day because I work from home. So I'm all over the place. Shout out to the Scouts, okay? Shout out to I am a Scout, okay? Shout out to the Scouts. Shout out to Virus Gang. I can't forget my roots. So, and my goodness, you almost made me cry with that lighting the candle for Teddy. Teddy.
You know, I intentionally did it before you got up here because I wanted to, and before the like plug because I wanted to like have a second to get back into that energy. And I know how you're feeling. So, um,
Oh,
but that's okay because he would be here cheering for us and he would be all up in the comments, spamming your emoji, right? So that's what we're going to hold on to. And that's how we're going to remember him for tonight's episode because it is absolutely dedicated to Teddy. All right. So, how long have you been streaming on Tag, my dear?
oh man, I've been on tag since oh my gosh, I've been on tag since 2018. Believe it or not, yes,
Wow.
I joined after I had my last daughter. I was talking to this guy, and he had told me about it. He was streaming while we were together one day. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm on tagged." I'm like, "What's that?" I downloaded it, and I would just stream in my kitchen and sing. And I really wasn't like a streamer. I didn't start streaming for real until the end of 2021. So like December of 2021. That's when I
Okay.
actually, stream. I changed my name was just Tina. Then I changed it from Tina to Tina. And then we've evolved from Tina to Strawberry. So I've been on tag for a little while. But streaming is rather, it's not new but new.
Yeah, right. It's always something different, so it can still be new. That's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, my dear. So how no, do you have any streaming goals you like the people to support you on? Are you in anything? Is something coming up? I think you do have one performance coming up, if I'm not mistaken.
I do have a performance coming up, and it's near and dear to my heart. Y'all make sure y'all pull up on October 28th. Most Sexy to Use live for Teddy's homegoing celebration. We are celebrating his life. I will be performing. I don't perform as much anymore, but I'm going to perform that night.
Yes.
So y'all make sure y'all pull up to support our going away celebration for Teddy, Hollywood Teddy. So yeah, I'll be there. We haven't discussed the time that I'm singing, but I'm gonna be in there at 10 o'clock when it starts. Okay,
Period.
so
We
so
gonna be in
yeah,
there.
y'all make sure y'all pull up for that. I am co-hosting an upcoming show on the app with Second to None. The details are to be announced, but I am co-hosting. She has a singing showcase coming up in November, so y'all keep on the lookout for that. But other than that, I don't have too much going on.
I love it. That's a lot. What you mean? You out here performing, co-hosting? We love it. She coming back, y'all. She said she wasn't streaming a lot, but I think she coming back. I'm just saying. All right, my friend. So, one word answer. What is one characteristic you need in your modern day bae?
Consistency.
Hello?
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That you heard the girl. Don't come if you're not coming correct. Don't come if you can't be constant. Hello? Period. I love that. All right, y'all. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Modern Day Bay with Elle. This is a weekly show we do every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's the only show on Tag navigating the modern way to being Bay through self love and healthy relationships. All right, I am your hostess, Elle the Drug, and Modern Day Bay is brought to you by the Scouts. So, are you ready to get into self loving through a relationship?
I'm ready, girl.
All right, girl.
Let's
So
do it.
the first question is, do you think it's important to pursue your own interests and hobbies even when in a committed relationship? Why or why not?
I do.
Okay?
And I think that because what makes you you. It helps you it helps you maintain your individuality, because you don't want to become so absorbed in a person that you forget who you are. You know
Mm.
what makes you you, why you like certain things, why you like to do this, why you like to do that, why you don't like this, why you don't like that. I am all about what makes me happy. I'm going to make my partner happy, yes, and I want my partner to be happy, but at the end of the day, if I'm not happy, then
How
there's no
can you,
happiness.
right? How can you give people like go that extra mile
Exactly.
and not do it for yourself? I like that. I like that a lot. I like that you talked about if how you'll lose yourself, right? Because that's essentially what we want to not get into. So thank you for bringing that up. Do you how do you balance it personally? Like whenever you're in a relationship or even whenever you're dating, right? Because we don't always we don't always make it to the relationship part, right? But whenever you're dating, like how do you maintain like because here's the thing for me. I know that like dating means usually like you're seeing more than one person, right? You're talking to more than one person, whatever, whatever. So like sometimes there can be you can fall into comparison, right? Sometimes you can oh why am I not hearing as much from this person? Or people can switch up on you, people can ghost you. Like it can have a cause or an effect on your self esteem, on your self worth. So like what are the things that you do to ensure that you know those things don't get to you while you're dating?
I need my time and my space to myself.
Okay.
I really do. Um, Whether it's here in my own space, number one, I said that I will not, and I mean this.
Right, queen.
Streaming is a part of me. I'm not giving that up. Period. I'm not giving it up. I'm going to continue to do it because it makes me happy. I do certain things for myself that I know I'm interested in. They may not be my partner may not be interested in. I was dating a guy for a couple years and he wasn't interested in the same things I was interested in. We were both into music. He was a musician, but I like my karaoke nights. I like my open mics. I like going out and I like being, he wasn't more so he was in the open mic, but karaoke he wasn't into. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, I'm at karaoke. So I'm going to do what I want to do to maintain what makes Skraw Skraw.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So your big boundary is like I need my time and my space when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
love
definitely,
that. I
I
love
definitely.
that. I think it's really hard too. I'm glad you said that because I think it's really hard to if you don't have clear boundaries established as a you as a single person as self, right? Then it becomes very easy to accept what people give you. Like it becomes easy to get lost in that sauce. So having that boundary, knowing it, and standing firm on it, like kudos to you because I don't think a lot of people, do all three of those things intentionally. So shout out to you for that. Um, Speaking of boundaries, how do you communicate your boundaries whenever you're dating? Do you come out quickly and just tell them like this is what I like, this is what I want, period, or do you take the time to get to know them, or do they have to violate first? Like what's your process in that?
Honestly, I'm gonna say some of all of that. Some
Okay.
things I don't encounter until we get there, like being called sexy. I hate that. I can't stand it. I don't like
Oh,
it. Granted, I know what I look like. I know what I go how I get dressed. I get up and get dressed in the morning. I choose
period.
to go live. I choose to sit down in front of people. I choose it. I hate being called sexy. Please don't call me that. But they don't know that unless I communicate that with them. There was one
Right,
time I called me that and I blocked them, but I had to think about it like, oh, well, he didn't know that I didn't like it because I never told him that.
right,
So I
right.
just really don't like it. So now I'm going to communicate that with you. If I don't like it, I'm going to communicate that with you. There are also some things that I'm upfront with at the beginning. Whenever I start, when I'm interested in someone, and I'm upfront with a lot of things. So I think it's like it's a mixture of all of it for me.
Mm. Just out of curiosity, is it like you feel like that word is sexy is disrespectful or?
I feel like the word sexy means that they just want the word that is in it. That is, I feel like
Oh,
that's all
okay.
they're looking at. I feel like that's all they want. Like I mean, I really don't like that word. Now, if it's
Hmm.
coming from my partner that I am with, that I am in love with, we are solid. We are. You can call me that. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, I have no problem with that. But somebody that I'm just starting to converse with, don't call me sexy on a regular because I'm gonna start feeling like that's all you want to do is have sex.
Interesting. Okay, we might have to delve into that sexy word a little bit more in another episode or something. That's interesting. Um, okay. Does your self-care routine look different when you're single versus when you're dating or in a relationship? And if so, how?
Mm, I wouldn't say it looks different, no, but I do like to incorporate more. I like to
Mm.
incorporate my partner more. So if I'm out at the store and I'm buying a face mask for me and I know he's coming over later, I'm going to buy it for both of us and I'm going to give him a facial and I'm giving myself one. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
if I
yes.
that evening, I'm doing something for myself, I'm going to do it for them too. So it's just, I wouldn't say it looks different. I just like incorporation. I'm going to
Yeah.
incorporate.
Yeah. And I love that because now you're setting the tone. This is how I like to be treated. I love that for you. Okay, period. What strategies do you use to prioritize self-love when dating isn't going? Oh, we kind of went into that. You said when dating isn't going your way. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that? I think we talked about that earlier with the balancing and maintaining your identity. But is there a strategy you use to make sure that you're prioritizing your self-love when dating, or is it just like something that you naturally do out of habit? How's that
It's
work
just
for you?
something that I naturally do. And
Okay.
it's something that I had to learn to do because I wasn't always that way. When I was dating the father of my kids, he gave me two beautiful babies,
Mm-hmm.
and I love him for that. But I lost myself in that relationship. I really
Mm,
did. I was trying to be a wife to a boyfriend who didn't deserve it. And
mm.
I was completely head over heels for him. Not saying I was perfect, but that relationship took so much out of me. It drained me so I was not confident. It killed my self esteem. I'm telling you, it really
And I can't
did.
even picture you like that. Like I can't even picture you like that. So for you
I
to say that, I'm like, what? What was this? Where was that?
2016, 2017. I had my youngest daughter in 2017. 2016, this right here, this scrawl that you're seeing. I did not have all of this confidence. I didn't view myself in the way that I view myself now. It
Mm.
wasn't until 2019 when we separated and I started realizing, like, hey, girl, you that fire, you that Zai. Ain't that what Taylor Page said?
Hello?
Okay? I had to start realizing that. And it wasn't until I separated myself from that relationship and that space that I did.
Wow, wow. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to spend time with this version of you, because it's clear how um, confident and just assured of yourself you are. And I love that for you. So that's awesome. Y'all, if you are just tuning in, the Boss Bay panel is requesting the box right now to box up because we are about to bring them up and start the Boss Bay open forum conversation. This is Modern Day Bay, so welcome with Elle. This is a weekly show we do every single Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's the only show on tag navigating the modern way to being Bay through self love and healthy relationships. I'm your hostess, Elle, and this show is brought to you by the Scoutz. So we're going to bring up the Boss Bay panel members now, y'all. I am really excited about this because for season 3, if you haven't been paying attention, we have added new people to the cast. We have added new panelists. We have added more panelists. We have done some things different. So I'm really excited for y'all to. Oh, what's going on here? Hold on. Sorry. I'm really excited for y'all to see what we've got going on here. Susie, why don't you go ahead and start your intro while I bring up the other two guests?
Okay, hi everybody. It's me, Susie B. Here we are so excited to be back with season 3. Our co-host Skraw and our amazing new Boss Babe panelists. Y'all get into it and make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday because this is where you want to be at. Sidebar to that, I am hosting an auction October the 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's only 2 spots left, so get at me. That's it.
Period. Period. Thank you, Susie. 66 OG Shine. Welcome to the show. How you
It
feeling?
do. Listen, much respect and blessings to the Scouts. I appreciate y'all. Elle, I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for seeing the light that you've seen in me. I am very, very happy to be here. It's not coming to America, but I was so happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy to be here. So yeah, I'm ready.
Tell
I
them.
do stream Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all can catch me double dipping in the morning. I wake and bake, you feel me? Wake and bake with your favorite OG, that's me. I've been on tag since about 2014. Don't tell nobody though. I was up here a long, long time. Orange and black tea. So I'm a real OG out here. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. Fresh start, fresh everything. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Very excited to have you here for this season, Chad. Thank you. And of course, moving on to another new Boss Babe analyst, Miss C Red. How you doing, baby? Tell the people who you are.
I'm doing delicious. I can't complain. How y'all doing?
Good. Tell people what's that say behind you, girl? What's going on? Let them know.
Oh yeah. Well, look, we've been out here. We ain't been out here as long as OG. Okay, that's a long time. But we've been out here for a little minute to where she got her little featured show called So Amazing every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, y'all make sure y'all check me out. Y'all can also check me out during the She Code with my ladies, 2 Cent, Top Bad Zemi Goddess, and we got Kind Hearted Babe. And y'all can get a double dose of me on Tuesday night because I'm over there at This Is It with Queen K at 10 p.m. We giving people flowers while they're still here, okay?
Love it.
Y'all catch me here. I'm so happy. I'm excited.
We're excited to have you here. And y'all, if you have not tuned into Queen K's This Is It, comes on every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, but it's a great show. It's an amazing show. I love it. And yeah, the segment, the Give Them Your Flowers segment is so heartwarming. I highly encourage y'all to tap in and to, you know what I'm saying, be up in them comments, you know what I'm saying, and then stay tuned because I'm right after. You know what I'm saying? It's the Tuesday night lineup. All right, so let's get into the conversation, y'all. So I'm gonna ask questions, and we just gonna go in order. Okay, so we'll go Skraw, Susie, Shad, Sassy. Okay, dang, big S's. I didn't even notice everybody was an S here. Okay. All right. So the first question that I have for the panel is, in what ways can self-esteem impact your dating choices? So like we all know that like if you don't have a certain level of self-esteem or whatever, it's harder to talk and engage and all those things. But like when it comes specifically to your dating choices, I think that's a really important thing that we should talk about. So Scrawl, let's start with you, and like I said, we'll just go in order.
I think the higher your self-esteem, the higher your caliber of the higher the higher your standards will be whenever you're choosing dating partners. You know what I'm saying? I mean, oh goodness gracious, the caliber of man I choose now is way different than the caliber of man I chose when I first started stepping my foot out and dating after I separated from that relationship. So I just feel like once you feel a certain way about yourself, you're going to be attracted to a different type of individual, and also that person will more so be attracted to you as well.
Hello, shout out to alignment. Susie, what's your take? In what ways can self-esteem impact your dating choices?
I feel like it impacts it in every way. Just like our co-host said, the better you feel, the higher your esteem. Essentially, the better energy you're going to put off. But it can also counteract. You can have too high esteem, and then you kind of snobby, and you kind of nice nasty, and you a mean girl, and they don't like that. We don't like that out there. So it is a way to find a balance of that, So it can be good or bad. So I think it just depends on your perspective and also you being able to accept criticism. So if your partner does come to you and say, I ain't like that, or you need to calm down, don't take it personal or feel like you can't have your nose up at them, because rightfully you can't. You human too. So.
Good point. Good point. What you got to say, Shad?
I'm just going to be completely honest. I've been given the moniker of bald and bougie, which I'm going to accept that because I know my worth. And one thing I'm not going to do is settle. So with everything that I'm looking for, I'm never going to ask too much of what I'm not able to dish out. Most people out here want to overpromise, underdeliver. No, baby, I'm not going to ask more of you than what I'm able to deliver and give out myself. So I know my worth, and sometimes, hey, you got to shoot for the moon. If you miss, you're still amongst the stars anyway. And that's always been my moniker. So, hey, go for the gold, baby.
Go for the gold. Go for the gold. Miss Sassy Red, how can self-esteem impact your dating choices?
Oh, I definitely feel like it's necessary. I'm a piggyback off of Susie because I feel like there is, you do need a healthy balance, because there will become a time to where, you feel, they may feel like, my self-esteem is so high to where it start to lead into cocky. Yeah. And they be like, okay, we don't like that. We don't We don't want none of that over here. So we, it's necessary when you're in the process of dating somebody and entertaining somebody, um, for the most part.
I agree. And I think that's why, like, I know we always say this, but self-love is so important, right? Because if you don't, if you don't know, if you don't know yourself, how are you gonna, one, establish those boundaries, but two, like, um, know what you're willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? And then stand on that. Like if you don't know yourself, then you can't extend that knowledge to anybody else. So it makes it very difficult to maneuver in that way. Um and I think that for me, like the boundaries, I always talk about that. They're so important because that's what I think attracts a certain type of person, right? Is when they see how you carry yourself, when they see how you treat yourself, when they're like, oh no, she's not, I'm not even finna bring this to her. She's not about to be with that. You know what I mean? It kind of almost eliminates some of, not all of the craziness though, that, you know what I mean, is out there. So I'm always big on boundaries and letting them and being bold in your self esteem so that you can stand on your boundaries. So let's get into the next question, which is how can you maintain a positive self image while dating? Now, Skraw, you and I got into this a little bit during your one on one, but I want to go into like really some of the things you can do to build yourself up while dating, or even before you start dating, right? If you're still in a healing process or before you start the dating process, some of the things you can do to really, just like I said, build yourself up and maintain that positive self image.
I'm gonna do the things that make me happy.
I know that's right.
Number one, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do whatever it is that makes me happy. If I feel like waking up on a Monday morning and it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, shoot, I want some crab legs and the crab restaurant not open, I'm gonna go to the food line and give me some crab legs and make me some crab legs. If that's what I want, that's what I'm gonna do. It doesn't matter what it is. Like if that's what's making me happy, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I mean, like I said, my happiness that comes first. My happiness definitely comes first. How I feel about myself is that always that comes first. Because if I'm not happy with myself, then I can't provide happiness or give happiness anywhere else. That goes in any aspect to a partner, to children. If you have children, that goes that to your job. Like that goes anywhere. So I'm gonna do what makes me happy because that's what matters at the end of the day. What makes me happy.
What if, and I want to go to the other panelists, but really quickly, what if what makes you happy is not what's helping you date? Do you keep doing that or do you compromise it?
Can you reiterate that question or repeat that, please?
So, like, what if something, so you use the example, I'll just use the crab legs because that's what you said. What if, like, crab legs are in some way stopping you from dating, right? Like, whatever it is that's making you happy, what if it's like hindering you from dating? Would you stop
Then you have
that?
to sit down and have a conversation with yourself and make
Hello.
sacrifices. And you have
Hello.
to be real with yourself. And it takes a big person to sit down and be real with themselves about
Mm-hmm.
what's hindering them from what they really want. If what I really want is a relationship and something that I'm doing is not, is something that I'm doing is not allowing me to date in the way I need to date or want to date, then I have to sit down and have a conversation with myself and I have to kick it in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
like
agree.
everything is sacrifice at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. It's prioritizing what's most important. Absolutely. And sacrificing what isn't. I love that. I love that. Okay. What about you, Susie? How can you maintain a positive self image while dating?
You should probably be very honest and transparent with your partner. You should probably also have a good support group, not a big one, just a good one.
Hello.
You only need a couple roots, to keep you stable and grounded. I think that's very important in maintaining all versions or some portion of yourself and your identity within a relationship. You need that space to release where you aren't judged. People can hear you openly and speak unbiased. And girls, we need our girls. Like, I need to call my friend, best friend. Let me tell you, and so, but men do too. Like, they need to go out and be able to talk to the homies and be like, look, let me tell you how this chicken head. So I
All
think
right.
having that element is important. Within maintaining yourself and staying true to yourself.
Great answer. Great answer. Shad, what you got to say?
In maintaining a positive image, I'm a firm believer in you should be able to do the things that bring you joy that you were able to do before. this person came along. I also believe in obtaining, you know what I'm saying, certain things because you can't get comfortable when you're with somebody. You understand? And that's where a lot of people, you know, fell astray. We get comfortable, we get lazy, you know, we stop doing certain things. And that's where some of the problems come in. So you want to make sure you obtain a positive image of yourself, but obtain and upkeep yourself as well. And not only that, like if you're with the right person, the energy they give you makes you want to go hard. Oh, baby, I'm trying to look good for you. I don't care what it is. You may think I'm fine right now, but baby, I ain't fine enough for you. You think I just did 100 push-ups for you? I could do 300 more. You understand what I'm saying? All of that matters. You feel me? So
Right.
it's just the extra energy, the extra vibe that the right person can bring along. So yeah, you gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself, but also being mindful that the person you're with is watching you. And although they may like what they see, you can always improve, you know, certain things to be better.
And you know what is interesting? I think that a form of self care, right, is obviously taking like it's if you it feels good to take care of the people that you love and that you want to invest in. You know that actually gives you an endorphin where you actually feel good that you've done something for them, right? And so whenever you're able to bring that out of somebody, that I feel like that's a form of self care. You know what I'm saying? Because you've invested so much in yourself that you're able to bring out more light from this other person and feel the goodness in that. I think that's self care. So great point. Great point. Thank you. Sassy, what about you, my love? What do you got to say? How can you maintain a positive self image while dating?
Okay, so I felt like you was all up in my business. Okay. Because in the process, I told myself that at least for this year, I was off the market. We're working on self. And that means on the inside as well as the outside. So we
Yes.
working out, we trying to, and I really feel like it's through experience. Certain things, I think even in my singledom, I haven't experienced. So I'm like, I've never gotten to the point to where I'm like, I've gone out to date myself or whatever. So I'm like, for me, just for me, wants to know what that feels like without having the extra thought of like, okay, he looking this way. Okay, well, just for me,
Yes.
have that downtime to do the work. And I think sometimes people don't understand what that means nor what that looks like. So take the time to, even if you have to like research some stuff, look some stuff up, like she said, have that girl time to where you like, hey, what do you think I should do? Maybe a sense of somebody else's experience may broaden your horizons to step outside of your comfort zone to do something else. So we in the process, but next year, I'm looking for somebody's son. So
Hello?
that's what we're doing.
Quick question. What's the best self love date you've taken yourself on?
So I've made an experiment because I'm a homebody. Usually I like being home. I like watching my movies. I like being inside. Because I feel like being around other people gives me a sense of anxiety. So I told myself, at least, when the coins is right, to try new eateries. I like food, try new events. So that way, once I get to a point of meeting somebody new, and he's like, well, where you want to go? Because I heard a lot of guys say women don't know where they want to go and what they like to eat. She gonna have experience, honey. Because I'm like, hold on, they got some good food. So that's gonna be on the roster.
I love that. Hello? I love that for you. Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right, y'all. If y'all are just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome to Modern Day Bay with Elle. Every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tap in with us. We're here every week. My name is Elle the Drug, and this show is brought to you by the Scoutz. I'm here with my lovely guest co-host for the week, Skraw, and of course my wonderful Boss Bay panel, Susie, Shad, and Sassy this week. We are going to get into, we're starting to dwindle down a little bit on time, but this is a question that I really wanted to ask y'all, so I'm going to stop talking. How do you handle disagreements and conflicts within your relationship without compromising your sense of self worth? I think a lot of times the arguments happen, right? It becomes very difficult to not only uphold who you want to be as a person, right? But also what you're willing to accept as somebody who believes in themselves and loves themselves. So I wanted to get into this with y'all. So I'll say it again and then we can start with you, Scraw. How do you handle disagreements and conflicts within your relationship without compromising your sense of self worth?
Well, before it even gets to the relationship, I've said that recently, since I'm out, I'm putting myself out there to date again. If it's a red flag or something that I've dealt with that I know I can't tolerate, I'm not doing it. If I see it, if I'm noticing it beforehand, that narrows the barrel down a lot because I'm not dealing with it. If it's a red flag, I'm acknowledging all red flags. I'm not ignoring them anymore.
Hello.
So when we get to the relationship stage, it's just all about conversation. You need to converse and communicate. You need to communicate with your partner. It's all about communication and letting that person know what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And if the things that if they're continuing to do things that you're not okay with, then that should give you your answer right there. Know what's your worth so you're not dealing with that. Leave. If that's what it comes down to, if that person is not taking the communications you're giving them and acknowledging them and moving forward to better, your relationship, then you need to do what you need to do for yourself. Don't deal with it. That's just how I feel about it.
That goes back to having them boundaries in order, y'all. Look, I hate to keep going on the boundaries, but that's my favorite thing to talk about. Let me just tell you. All right, my Susie, how do you handle disagreements and conflicts within your relationship without compromising your sense of self-worth?
Being a fire sign is definitely all about communicating and having my partner listen. If I say this is something I'm not in a proper headspace to discuss, I don't want to talk about this right now, that has to be respected because I'm going to be an adult enough person to say whether I'm upset or my feelings are hurt. Like, this is not a conversation I can have and have it sensibly. And I don't want to say anything that's going to upset you or that I may regret. So, I do believe it's about acknowledging your own self, your own boundaries, what you're willing to handle, and communicating that. You have to be transparent. I think it's also good to have a method. I subconsciously use one that I learned during debate, which is like the ARM method, which is just acknowledge, respond, and then move forward. So even work situations I handle, I'm subconsciously doing that myself, to where I'm acknowledging, okay, this is where I messed up, accepting accountability, having some type of response, whether it be good, bad, in the middle, nothing at all. Even nothing's a response sometimes. And then devising a plan to move forward from that, whether it's with my partner, whether it's with our support system, whether we take some time apart and then come back together to discuss that. In all forms of relationships, not just, in the matters of the heart, but in all forms, I think it's really good to have some type of system to fall back on. If you struggle with that, you can always rely on that to kind of help you navigate through.
And you said that was acknowledge, respond, and move on, right?
Yep.
Arm. Hello. We like that. Get your arms together. What about you, Shad?
Being honest, boundaries, as you spoke on, are very important. If it's one of those conversations, you should be able to let them know, like, hey, I need a moment, we could table this until another time. And you shouldn't be pressured into sharing because that leads to another level of toxicity. You're trying to make me share when I'm not ready. That's going to lead to other issues. Furthermore, I'm going to go back to knowing your worth. When it comes down to knowing your worth, I've been placed in situations to where I had to give up certain things and put this to the side and that because of insecurities. My thing is this: communication, as everybody keeps talking about, communication is key. No, trash that. Effective communication. If you're going to communicate with me, baby, communicate effectively. You understand what I'm saying? I need to know what you're saying, open, honestly, all the stuff to the side. Let me know what's real. That way we can fix what's going on. So even though we're communicating, it needs to be effective because you can beat around the bush all day and nothing's going to happen.
I agree.
So even with all of that, it has to be to a point to where you know your worth, you're able to effectively communicate. And if it's something you're not willing to budge on, then you have to choose you. I'm a firm believer in nothing wrong with choosing you because nobody can love you like you're supposed to love you. I don't care who it is. Nobody gonna love me like I love me. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I have no problem choosing me at all. It don't matter what the problem is, who the person is, whatever. Ain't nobody gonna love Rashad like I love Rashad.
Period. He had to pull up the government on y'all. Hello?
My bad. Hey, you hear me? My bad.
Let them know. What about you, Sassy? How do you handle those disagreements that could possibly compromise your self-worth?
I want to say kind of sometimes it's practice, sometimes as well as
There you go.
experience. I'm a problem solver in general. So I'm a big person to where I believe in delivery. A lot of people I've run across will make the excuse to be like, oh, well, I'm just direct and that's just how I am. And I'm like, and I understand that. But a lot of times if you're speaking with somebody, you want whatever you're saying to be heard. So I need you to say it in a way that you want me to receive it. Because, a piece of, what I'm saying? Sometimes a look or a saying or something could just turn you off to where your hearing just go out just because I'm like, oh, okay, well, you think I'm your child or something. So I do feel like you get to a place where I think, especially with being on tag, a lot of times I'm like, I have a lot of topics when it comes down to being in my stream. And these things definitely do come up. And I also feel like I use them as my exercise to be in a position to where I'm speaking with these people. And I want it to be like, okay, well, we're on a sense of respect me just like I respect you. And even if there comes a time to where you don't want to communicate, I'm also aware that you need to communicate that you don't want to communicate. And for some men, you also need to communicate when you just processing. I think for me, I'll say something and I got what you said, but I'll say something to you and you just on silent. And I'm like, did you hear what I said? But I'm not aware that you're processing and taking in what I just said to you. So I feel like, sometimes it's an onion. There's levels to this thing. So, get that experience.
I agree. Those were all great answers. My big thing when maintaining my self worth is it's all about self awareness for me. Like, and the reason why I have to do like check ins with myself, like I have to, hey, B, you all right over there? Yeah, I'm all right. I had to, what I'm saying. But like sometimes it's really necessary because if you don't do those check ins, and you don't know how you're supposed to be feeling, let alone how you feeling, right? And if you are feeling, if you know yourself and you check in with yourself regularly, you're aware of yourself, right? Then it's like, okay, this doesn't feel right. It becomes easier to follow your intuition and to trust yourself. So I'm all about that self awareness because I think that self trust is what gives you the courage to get out of a situation whenever you need to, if that makes sense. So amazing answers, amazing. I feel like I say this all the time, right? But like the time with the Boss Babe panel goes so quickly. We are already at about 10 till the end of the show. So I'm gonna have, I know it goes so quickly. So I'm actually gonna have the Boss Babe panel go ahead and do their outros and then box down. Susie, we can start with you and then go right into Shad and Sassy. And Skraw, you can stay up here with me for a couple more minutes.
It's your girl, Susie B. I want to thank our host, ELLE, our co-host, Skraw, and our beautiful and lovely Boss Babe panel tonight. That episode was amazing. Shout out to the season 3 premiere. And as always, I'm
Wait.
auction October the 26th.
Sorry. Don't box down yet. But go ahead. Sorry. Hosting an auction.
Hit me with the face so you can get into details, okay?
Okay, wait. Can we just pose for a picture really quickly? Just, hey. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Make sure y'all get in on that auction, okay? 10:22 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shad, where can the people find you, sir?
Listen, OG Shy, your favorite OG. You can catch me in the morning sporadically, but Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Saturday and Sunday is random. I'm out here. I'm trying to shoot for the top. I'm thankful for all the opportunities, excuse me. I'm talking too fast. Thankful for all the opportunities. Thank you, Elle. Shout out to the Scoutz and everyone else. I appreciate you guys for the love. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be here.
Thank you, Shad. So excited to have you on this season. Save him up, y'all. Period. All right, and my girl Sassy, go ahead and tell the people who you are, where they can find you.
All right. Hey now, everybody. This is your girl, Miss Sassy Rad. Miss Booked and Busy and Booked.
Hello.
Okay, she will be booked all week this week. I got shows going on all this week, no lie. But y'all can definitely check me, of course, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time during my feature show. It's so amazing. Y'all tap in. Y'all check that out. Y'all can also check me out this Saturday where I'll be with my ladies, Kind-Hearted, Demi Goddess, and 2 Cents with the She Code. All right? And then y'all can get a double dose of me. She gonna be here. But then you can also check me out at This Is It at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time during my new segment, Give You flowers. Elle, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all y'all's insight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. We are closing in on the end of the show. And just so we're clear, we do record these episodes. So if we missed a screenshot, it's okay because we can go back and get it whenever we watch the playback. Hello? So don't even worry about that, okay? The girl is thinking ahead. All right. So it is time for Elle Says Y'all. And these are my final thoughts on the night's topic. Okay. So overall, preserving a relationship with yourself while dating is essential for maintaining your identity, fostering healthy connections, and ensuring long-term personal growth. All right. It's the key to building stronger, more meaningful connections with others and staying true to who you are. This self relationship is the foundation for healthy and fulfilling romantic relationships to thrive. So maintain your boundaries, nurture your own well being, and in turn, maintain a harmonious and authentic relationship with yourself throughout the dating process. All right. So as DJ Rich Beats makes his way back to the box, I want to thank our co-host this week, Miss Skraw, for being here tonight and sharing your time and insight with us. I appreciate you so much. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people one more time who you are, where they can find you, and make sure y'all fave her, okay? You saw the energy. Make sure you fave her.
Hey y'all, my name Big Skraw. Make sure y'all fade me up. I'm around all the time, everywhere. Just make sure y'all fade me up. I'm about to go live after this, so
Period.
I'm at night. I'm in the morning. Y'all fade me up. I'm always around. Yeah, but that's it. Make sure y'all catch me October 28th. We're doing it for Teddy. I will be singing. I don't sing on the app like that no more. But I will be singing October 28th, 10 p.m. Most Sexy to You Live in honor of Hollywood Teddy. Teddy, we love you. Elle, thank you for having me. I had so much fun, even though
So
I was
glad you were
nervous.
here. No, you kill. I told you would kill it. You did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, fave up, Scrawl. You heard her, you heard her. And just for the record, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but the Hollywood, I named it that just so y'all know. Okay, I was like, you do a lot of extra stuff. We gotta call you Hollywood, right? But yeah, okay, so that's the show. All right, let me bring up my DJ so he can take us out here in a second. But y'all, that's the show. Thank you for joining us for the season 3 premiere of Modern Day Bay with Elle. A special shout out to tonight's featured co-host Skraw, our panelists Susie B, Sassy Red, and 66 OG Sean. The Modern Day Bay production team, including Aquarian, Mado, of course, my DJ Rich Beats, and tonight's media sponsor, Tawag CEO. Be sure to meet me back here next Tuesday. Okay, I don't know if y'all caught that, but Tuesday, okay, at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, I'm Elle the Drug, and remember, you can change the world by simply being yourself. DJ Rich Beats, take us out of here.
Nigga wanna trip on me, so pulled out the llama. I know what you told me so many times, no drama. But I had to do what I had to do. Oh mama.
Brother, you ready for
Nigga wanna
this?
trip on me, so I pulled out the llama. I know what you told me so many times, no drama. But I had to do what I had to do, oh mama.
Absolutely.
Cut off the problem, so why is you wildin'? Oh mama, why is you crying? I'm still alive and nobody knows, so nobody's fine.
Thanks, Draco.
Check out
Couple
again.
weeks, big dog.
Don't
Couple
forget.
weeks.
Oh mama, a nigga wanna trip on me, so I pulled out the llama. I know what you told me so many times, no more drama. But I had to do what I had to do, oh mama. Oh mama, nigga wanna trip on me, so I pulled out the llama. I know what you told me so many times, no more drama. But I had to do what I had